You ever wondered what happens when your landlord, their house goes power of sale? You might think to yourself, do I have to move out? My landlord's lost the house, or they're about to lose the house. Well, I'm Sean Harvey from Riverview Legal Group, a paralegal licensed with the Law Society of Ontario. And I'm here to tell you what happens when your landlord loses their house to a power of sale. First and foremost, when a landlord loses their house to a power of sale, the tenancy does not terminate. You get to stay a tenant. In fact, under something called the Mortgages Act, your tenancy continues exactly the way it was before. The only difference is your new landlord is the mortgage company. And you will find out if a landlord has lost possession because you will be served with a document called a Notice of Assignment of Rents. This is not a document by the Landlord and Tenant Board. This is a document often the power of sale lawyer will draft, so it doesn't look like other Landlord and Tenant Board documents. If you are served with a document called a Notice of Assignment of Rents, it is best to reach out to a legal professional such as myself, a licensed paralegal with experience in these matters, and we can guide you and confirm whether in fact this is a real legitimate document or is it some kind of fraud. But what is important to know is that when a power of sale takes place, the landlord that owns the property stops being your landlord, and the bank or the mortgage lender becomes your landlord, which means the bank becomes responsible for all of the things that happen. They're responsible for the maintenance. They're responsible for collecting the rent. They're responsible for all of the things that any other landlord is responsible for. And it is important that you reach out to your new landlord to make sure that you have the right contact information, whether they're going to accept notices by email, whether you have a right mailing address. All of these things should appear in the Notice of Assignment of Rents, but sometimes it doesn't. So you do not have to move just because your landlord loses their property. You are basically unaffected by it. Now, the mortgage company will probably, most likely, have to sell the property, as is typical power of sale rules. There are exceptions, but the most common outcome is that the mortgage holder will sell the property. And again, you don't have to move just because somebody buys it. Then the person who sells the property does have to, if somebody's going to move in, who's buying the property, then the standard rules apply for what's known as an N12. But again, if these things happen to you as a tenant and you have a power of sale situation happening to your landlord, do reach out to a licensed legal professional such as myself, and we will guide you through the process and help protect your rights during this very stressful time. Again, I'm Sean Harvey from Riverview Legal Group. Like, follow, share, and subscribe for more interesting landlord and tenant facts.